Space, Tarot and Healing. My today's life for you is a very deep exploration of what past life connection you are carrying between you and your loved one, between you and your partner or spouse. It's a deep reading. Let us see what comes up in this reading. Okay, let us pull up a few cards. Let's start by pulling up the first card here. The first card will tell us the root of what you are carrying from your past life. Okay, can you please give us one card? I think this card wants to say something. Oh, the first card itself is the fighting card. You are carrying a load of opposing energies from a past life. So you were already in the fighting mode. You were already about opposing each other. Okay, this is something you were carrying. Now let us start pulling out more cards. This was one card to lay the foundation. So we will see what the past life was like, what you were carrying for the past, in the past, and how you will connect. How does your past life connect to this life? So the first thing the fighting card tells us that you were already in this life, you started somewhere in a very fighting kind of a mode. So that is something you were carrying. Now, why were you carrying that? For that, let's explore the next few cards. Okay, we have the healer card here. Okay. This shows that you were coming in to the relationship in the past life with a very positive energy. Okay, you were bringing in the energy of healing. You were trying to make things right. Your intention towards the relationship and towards your spouse, your partner in a previous life was to try and heal them, try to heal the relationship. Okay, we have a card here. The other card is the sword card. The sword card, sword, something that cuts. Now your partner was an analytical person. You had the energy of a healer. This person was more of a mind over heart kind of a person. They were like, things are black and white. They were like, let's cut through the nonsense and see the authentic things. That is the kind of energy they were coming in with. The sword card also shows that they were a very no nonsense person, not a very communicative person, probably. They believed in justice, they believed in fairness, but they may not have been very good with relationships because they were more concerned about who is right, what is ethical. Let's cut the crap out. Whereas you, being the healer, were interested in caring about him or caring about people or caring about relationships. So they're very contrasting energies. You have a healing energy. You are all heart, you are all energy, and they are all brain, all mind. Completely contrasting energies. No wonder we have the fighting card here. Okay, come, let's pull out more cards. Okay, beautiful card. The mentor. The mentor is a guru, is a teacher, is someone whom we learn from. This relationship had the quality of mentorship. This is a fantastic card here because it is telling us that in this relationship, both of you taught each other. And the relationship was also a learning experience. I see a lot of teaching and learning going on here. I feel that, you know, even though there was a lot of contradiction between your thoughts, your partner was probably learning from your energy and you were learning from their energy. Okay, let's pull some more cards here. Knight of Wands, you were attracted to them and you found them attractive even back then, okay? Two of Coins, you were under Can you hear me now? So, I was telling you your first card here is the Queen of Cups in this particular segment. Queen of Cups tells us that the relationship was having predominantly your energy, because Queen of Cups is very similar to the healer energy. Both energies are about being compassionate, being loving, allowing the other person to be, understanding the other person. So, very positive energy, but this energy was probably, like maybe they wanted to take a back foot in this energy. Maybe they felt, okay, let me have this, let me absorb this person's energy. So they had wanted to absorb your energy because your energy was so positive and compassionate. Somewhere they felt comfortable and happy, enjoying and absorbing that, feeling understood, feeling loved. They were not the kinds to really be loving or compassionate or any such thing. They were more of a brainy person. They were like, okay, let's work, let's think, let's be ethical, let's be just and correct, and let us not do anything wrong. But they were not the kinds to be really kind and compassionate and understanding and soft. Yeah? Let's see the next card. The Hanged Man. So there was a lot of deep thinking going on in the relationship. I also get the feeling this relationship could have been about, how you interacted with each other, could have been more about uh, not really acting towards each other, but more about thinking and introspection. It was more of internalization. And the Death card. Some deep transformations are being shown here. Some very difficult times that you guys went through together are being shown here. Okay, let's pull out some more cards now. Let us understand what exactly happened between the two of you. And then we'll see what is this load that you guys are carrying from, what is the karma that you're carrying from the past life. The first card is the Star card. Star card again resonates very deeply with the healer card here. So I have the feeling that in the beginning, it was more of your energy that was predominating in the relationship. Okay. It is possible that you kind of you were deep and compassionate, and they were in awe of your energy. That is the kind of thing I'm picking up here. Three of Swords. Some miscommunication, some misunderstanding, something because of which they started to miss you, they started to feel your absence, they felt hurt by something. Okay, we have the Five of Cups here. So both of you are feeling lost. Both of you started feeling the pain. I do see a kind of a connection that you guys started with, some happy times, but somehow this card also makes me feel because we have the sword card here, I get the feeling that your spouse was probably a little sharp in their communication and a little, they cared more about, you know, whatever I'm saying, is that true? They did not bother that, okay, I may be speaking the truth, but is it hurting the other person? That is the kind of energy that's being shown here. So somewhere the way they spoke really got to you, and there seems to have been a heartbreak, a misunderstanding where both of you felt the pain, felt the loss of friendship, but then you guys seem to have come back together again. Two of Cups, that's a great sign here. So yes, there has been pain and there has been a lot of challenges here, but then you guys have coming together again. Let us see what happens next. Ace of Cups could have been a proposal, could have been a new beginning, a fresh beginning, decision to start fresh together. And the Ace of Swords. That's two aces, one after the other. So I'm going to pull out a clarifier card here. And the final card is the King of Swords, which is pretty resonant with the sword. Okay, so what is this card? What are these cards telling us in terms of what eventually happened between the two of you? Is that the energy of your spouse, they are a little sharp in how they communicate, which was one of the major reasons where you may have felt very hurt, very wounded by how they spoke with you. You were the more compassionate kind of person, but they chose to, or their nature was to speak a little harshly. Okay, and even though I do see a lot of love here, this communication, okay, this energy of their style of communication is something that you're still carrying in your relationship, even in the current life, because of which there is a lot of negative communication, a lot of battle, fight, even though there's love. Okay, so you may need to feel, you may need to have an armor. You may feel the need to have an armor. You may feel the need to be protecting yourself. You may feel the need to defend yourself continuously against what your spouse is saying or what your partner is saying. And that could end up making you feel kind of in its own way, you would feel kind of cheated. Not in the sense that they are cheating on you, but in the sense that you had not bargained for this. Right? Let's pull out some more cards. Let's use this deck first. Destiny, I'm struggling to find the right path. This is what you felt like with them. Secrets. I haven't told you everything. Oh my God. So there were secrets that they were keeping from you despite everything. Inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. So there was a lot of love, but then there were also. So I get the feeling that there was distance despite the love. By distance, I mean here the emotional distance, the distance between being able to connect with each other. It is not about a physical distance here. Okay. And as I was shuffling, this card has fallen out, the outsider. Probably one or both of you felt like an outsider. You did not feel the complete connection. The love was there, but there was a separation between the two of you because you were so different as people, you could not really feel that connection. You having your healer energy, you having your compassionate and positive energy may have felt like you could not really understand their kind of a lifestyle in terms of how they spoke, in terms of how they chose to be more less emotional and more logical even in their relationship with you. And they, on the other hand, may have also felt like an outsider because they were not able to be that compassionate person and they were being drawn into your compassionate energy. Okay, so this is something which was there in the previous life. Now let us see what you're carrying forward into this life. The first card is the Creator, very in sync with your previous card, the main card, that is the Healer card. Okay. So you are still carrying the energy. If you see, there's still light inside you. You are carrying that energy and you are bringing that energy into the relationship even today. You have the power to heal them, heal the relationship, and they know it, and that is why they are drawn to you. They are drawn to that healing energy even though they are not able to be that completely. At least they weren't able to be that completely in a previous life. Let us see more. What are you carrying from your past life into this life? Maturity. The sword, the sword definitely tells us that this is a mature person. Yes. They are still carrying that maturity. Even though they may be a little sharp in how they communicate, a little or a lot for that matter, but they still have that maturity. I also want to see, let me pull out a few more cards, then I'll tell you. Projections. This is what you're carrying, what the relationship is carrying from the previous life. I get a feeling that you guys are not able to see the other person for what they are, what they truly are. A lot of masks are being put onto the other person by you. You're putting masks onto them, they are putting masks onto you. You're probably not being able to see each other for what they truly are. And you are probably projecting a lot onto the other person. What are these projections? What are these projections? Trust. Beyond illusion. We were talking about projection, and then we have the beyond illusion and the trust card, okay? Understanding and the lovers, okay? That's a very complex and layered thing here. It's almost as though your spouse is not wanting to see you for what you are, but is probably projecting an image or wanting to see an image of they are still stuck in the past life. You may have evolved, but they are still carrying some projections from the past life and seeing you as you were in the past. Isolation. Beautiful card here. So this card is telling us what was the soul lesson that you learned in the previous life with your current spouse. Isolation. You learned that the heart that is cold needs to be melted. A relationship cannot happen when the heart is cold. And honestly, I do see that your spouse was not cold-hearted towards you, but it was just about how they spoke, how they communicated, probably about the fact that they used their head more than they used their emotions. The next card is letting go. They learned how to release. Your spouse learned how to release things, how to let go. And amidst it all, the relationship learned, the lesson in the relationship was that despite all the issues, if you stay at it, the relationship can still flower. All you need is, so one major thing also that I see here with this card is that even if your spouse was a little cold at times, a little withdrawn at times, more analytical, more head oriented than emotion oriented, your emotions had the power to soften your spouse, and your relationship could flourish, or at least it could flower despite your spouse's, your partner's lack of compassion. In fact, I also see a lot of hesitation in you. Maybe because you realized that they were kind of less emotion oriented. So you had that hesitation to really kind of connect with them. Yeah. Let us pull out one last card to see what you can now do to heal this that you're carrying and what you need to do about it. Celebration. You need to celebrate the relationship, and the fighting and the negativity will automatically drop. Harmony. Try and focus on the healing. You were always a healer. You were always into the more emotional aspects, the energy aspects. So try to uh, simply focus on harmonizing yourself with them and harmonizing the relationship. Sharing. They also need to learn how to extend themselves. They may have had a tendency to hold back, especially hold back the emotions. They were in love. They can love. It's not that they cannot love. And they had undergone a certain amount of transformation even last lifetime when they met you. But this life, they need to learn how to extend themselves more, share more. They cannot hold back so much. So that was your reading. Okay. Do let me know how you liked the reading, whether it resonates, right? Let us try and cleanse your relationship. Let us try and use Reiki healing energy. It's interesting that you were also a healer, and let us try and use the healing energy to heal, work upon healing your relationship with your partner and your spouse. You can keep your eyes open or you can close your eyes as you like. So, I'm just looking at the comments here. Hi Nihan, thank you for letting me know that it resonates. Hi Krupali. It resonates, Nihan. So, can you feel the leftover energy from the previous lifetime in this lifetime? Yeah, yeah, yes, you do. So, you've been the healer, and your partner has been a little, even though they are well meaning, I do see the love there. So that was wonderful. It was wonderful reading and sharing this reading with you. And in case you would like to book your reading, my phone number is given in the description box. You can reach out to me for tarot readings, healings, and many more modalities. Everything is mentioned in the description box. I will see you again in the next live. Take care. Om.